Hi YouTube, this is Anna from Ladies and Anna's Journey. I'm coming to do the controversial parenting tag video. I just want to say before I start that all the answers to the topics are my personal answers, my personal opinions, and I feel like, if you don't agree with me, fine. Don't leave rude comments or say anything rude because, I don't do that to other people. I don't judge other people for what they decide is best for them. So I'm going to start now. Okay, so pro-life or pro-choice? I'm pro-choice. I'm pro-choice because I feel like what a woman chooses to do with her body is her decision. I feel like no one should ever be able to tell a woman what she cannot and can't do. Cannot or can do with her body. I feel like I don't want somebody to tell me what I have to do with my body. I just don't. But for those who are pro-life, I mean, that's your opinion. That's what you decide. But I'm pro-choice. I just feel like, who am I to judge for what somebody decided to do in their life? I'm not anyone to judge. So, therefore, I just feel like you don't know anybody's situation. You don't know what they're going through and what made them choose what they chose to do. So, I'm pro-choice. So, the next one is circumcise. Yes, I will circumcise my son if I had a son. I have a 7-year-old daughter, and I'm also 31 weeks pregnant with another little girl. So, I don't have to go through the whole circumcision process, but if I did have a son or a son on the way, he would be circumcised. That's just my opinion. I feel like that's the better choice for my child. Now, to people who feel like they don't want to circumcise their child, that's your opinion. And if it works for your family, then I support you on that. But I feel like it's best that I circumcise my child. Some people say, oh, it's because you're uneducated and that's why you want to circumcise. No, I just feel like it's what's best for me. So the next one, adoption. Adoption to me is a wonderful thing. A really, really wonderful thing. And I do plan on adopting in the future because I want a little boy. And girls run in my family. So with this being my second girl, I don't want to try again and end up getting another girl. So I do want to adopt a baby boy. And that child's going to be my child, whether it's biologically mine or not. I'm going to be the one, well, we're going to be the one loving it and taking care of it. So I think adoption is pretty awesome. It takes a strong woman to carry, a strong person, period, to carry a child for 9 months and then go through all the labor and then give the child up. I feel like it takes somebody really strong. They helping out another family who has fertility issues or just, and can't have kids. So I do feel like that is like a wonderful thing somebody could ever do for someone else. So as far as adoption, I do believe that adoption is a good thing. So that's my choice on that. Baby ear piercing. Yes, I pierced my daughter's ears at 3 months. I feel like she's a little girl. And I like to see the little girls with their ears pierced and see the little diamonds in their ear, the little cute earrings in their ear. I don't feel like that's me abusing my child or anything because the pain go away after 3 seconds. So with this one, she will have her ears pierced too. Now, some people may say, oh no, I don't think you should pierce the baby ears. You should let them choose if they want their ears pierced or not. Every little girl want her ears pierced when she get older. So I just feel like I'm saving them that by doing it younger when they're a baby and they're not even going to remember it. That's my opinion. And if some moms feel like they don't want to pierce their baby ears, that's their opinion. excuse me, I'm fine with that too. I mean, it's opinion. Everybody has their opinion on things, and I just feel like whatever's best for you and your family. The next one is baby wearing. I never wore my child. I never put my child in any of the little slings or the little carriers. I never put her in one of those. I did want one this time, but lady said that she feel like it's just gonna collect dust, that I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna put it on one time and complain about my back and then not use it again. So I'm guessing that means I'm not gonna get one. But that don't mean other mothers that carry their child is, something wrong with it. I think that, having your child close to you and you carrying your child, that's like a bonding experience for you and your child. So, I mean, I say, yeah, carrying your child can be a good thing. But I guess I'm just not going to do it because lady don't want to buy me one. Now, if somebody buy me one for our baby shower, then yeah, I'm going to use it. But other than that, I don't know. So next question is breast milk versus formula. I don't think either one is bad. I don't think formula feeding is bad, and I don't think breastfeeding is bad. I think they both have their goods. I just don't like when people say, well, you should at least try breastfeeding. And I feel like if I don't want to breastfeed my child, I shouldn't have to breastfeed my child. And some people be like a little rude, like on some social sites, like, oh, you should breastfeed, like formula, it does this, and that. My 7-year-old was formula fed, and she is straight A student. She makes the honor roll. She's very smart. She's very healthy. I have now one issue out of her, but asthma, and that's because it's genetic. That's it. So I don't see anything wrong with somebody formula feeding their child. Now with this baby, I'm trying breastfeeding. Only because this would be my last time being pregnant, and I at least want to try it one time. I was young when I had my daughter. I got pregnant at 16 and I had her at 17. So I was real young when I had her, and I didn't know anything about breastfeeding. And I mean, honestly, I'm just thinking that I didn't want a baby sucking on my breast. So that is the main reason why I didn't breastfeed. But lady is real determined to give her child breast milk, and she really wants this for the baby. So I promised her that I will do this for her. I'm not gonna exclusively breastfeed. I plan on breastfeeding for like 2 weeks to a month, and also pumping so that lady and my daughter Ane can feed the baby through bottle. But after 2 weeks to a month, I'm not sure if I'm gonna go a month. I know for a fact 2 weeks, I'm gonna exclusively pump and give the baby the breast milk. So I feel like they both have their goods. One is not better than the other, if you ask me. But breastfeeding do have some qualities that formula doesn't. But I don't think either one is wrong. And I don't think people should, criticize other moms that formula feed their children. I don't think so. I wouldn't. So that's my opinion on that. Spanking your child. This is a funny one. I feel like some children do need spankings. I know I'm gonna get criticized. I know I'm gonna get a whole bunch of remarks and comments about this. But I don't care. It's my opinion. You don't have to watch my channel. You don't have to, do anything if you feel any type of way about, how I feel and how I raise my child. I do feel like some kids do need spankings. Some things you shouldn't talk to your kids about. And I feel like I talk to my daughter a lot. Like, I try talking to her and getting through to her by talking. But if that don't work, I feel like, tapping them on their behind, spanking them isn't a bad thing either. Now, if you going out there and you beating the shit out of them, that's something different. But I'm not beating the shit out of my child. So, I feel like when little kids, they playing in a socket, I tap their hands and be like, no, no. Now, you know, a child, period, as far as 1 year old, you even grab their arm and they cry like you done killed them. You know? So, you don't got to tap them hard, but you got to tap them and point to and say, no, no, don't touch. You know? Like, certain things like that, like, is just, I feel like some kids need to be spanked. Not as a child as far as 1 year old getting her behind spanked. No, I feel like they get little taps. Like, you know, like, no, no. You know, little taps like that. But as far as once they get to the point where they 5 and 6 and 7 and they want to be disrespectful and talk to adults any type of way, I feel like that's intolerable. I do not. I do not tolerate little kids being disrespectful, and my kids wouldn't be like that. So, that's my opinion on that, and I don't care how anybody feel. If you decide not to spank your child and you want to put them in timeout and you want to put them against the wall and you want to talk to them and talk to them, that's your opinion. I support you on that. And I just want to be supported on what I decide to do with my child. So the next one, vaccinations. Yes, my child will be vaccinated. My children, I'm sorry. My daughter's already 7, so she had vaccinations all her life, and she's been fine. This baby, I don't know if you can see me. This baby will be vaccinated as well. I know some parents do not vaccinate their kids. I really don't even want to touch on this subject. Of like parents not vaccinating their kids. I just don't. I'm not the one to judge, but I think that, you know, me vaccinating my child was best for my child. I don't want my child out there getting sick, and you know what I'm saying. Like, the vaccination is supposed to help fight off infections. So I feel like it was best for my child, and the vaccination isn't what's best for your child. I support you. I really support you. Like, if you feel like, no, I don't think vaccination is for us. Okay. So then when I tell you that vaccination is for us, you should be like, okay. You know, I just feel like vaccination is for us, and we will be giving this baby vaccinations too. Okay, so next one is home versus private versus charter versus public school. I went to public school. Lladee went to public school. So our children most likely will go to public school. Homeschooling is out completely. I don't feel like I want to homeschool my child. I want my child to be able to be out in the world, make new friends, and, you know what I'm saying, like, being able to be social with people. When, you know, I just feel like homeschool is out for us. I don't see anything wrong with private, public, or charter schools. If I can find a nice charter school, I will send my daughter to it. If I find a nice private school, I will send my daughter to it. It don't have anything to do with it. In public school, I will also send my daughter. She's in public school now, and she's succeeding very well. So, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with any of those. But I just went and homeschool my child. Now, for those who homeschool their kids, that's something that y'all chose for your child, and y'all feel like it's best for your child or children. I'm okay with that, but I wouldn't. What else? Co-sleeping. I feel like as a young child, I wouldn't let my child sleep in the bed with me. That's just my opinion. I don't know if I'm too afraid of rolling on them, but I feel like you know your child is there. But I don't know if I'm afraid of rolling on them, but I just feel like my child should be in their own bed. But as my child turned 1, she didn't really want to sleep in her crib. So I used to have to put her to bed in my bed, and then the moment she go to sleep, I transfer her to her bed, and she'll sleep there the whole night. That's something that I had to do. But I feel like I keep the babies in their bed. That's why I told ladies, like, oh, don't think that the baby gonna sleep with us, because she's not. You can take little naps with her if that's what you choose to do, but she's not gonna sleep in the bed with us. I need some us time. Like, like sometimes when you're in the bed, that's the only time you have when you have a busy schedule. So I feel like baby won't sleep with us. Baby will go in her bed and we would be in our bed. And her bed gonna be close to the bed, close to our bed. So she's at arm's reach. Well, her little rock and play sleeper until she get transferred into the crib at 3 months. But some people do co-sleep with their child, and I don't see anything wrong with it. It's just not for me. I just, I don't want to have to be like a little gap between me and my wife. I want it to be I could roll over to her and hold her while she's sleeping, or she hold me, and I don't have to worry about a baby being in the bed. So that's my opinion on why I don't want to do it. But if you co-sleep, nothing's wrong with that. I don't want you to think that I'm saying that, oh, it's bad that you co-sleep. Nothing's wrong with that. What's next? Hold on. Cloth versus disposable diapers. I use disposable diapers. I think it's less work and more easier. As simple as that. It don't have anything to do with anything else. I just feel like, I'm sorry I keep switching hands because my arm getting tired. I feel like it's much easier, you wipe, and you close the diaper up and you throw it in a diaper genie. I feel like that is much easier to do than, you gotta just throw the whole diaper in the washing machine. I just feel like it's much easier for us, and this is a decision that we decided to do. People have said something to me about, like, I think you should try disposable diapers give chemical burns. I mean, when we reach the point that our child get a chemical burn, I guess we will handle it then. But I haven't had a bad experience with diapers with my daughter, with any of my nieces or nephews, or any of my friends' kids. I never heard of or experienced a chemical burn or anything besides diaper rashes. And I mean, my daughter haven't had a diaper rash. Not once. So I'm going to stay with disposables, but I don't have an issue with anybody that use cloth. That's your opinion. It's up to you, and I just hope that it works for you. Like disposables work for me. What else? Okay, so this last one I added myself because I feel like it's a big topic. It's like one of these real controversial topics inside the gay community, the lesbian gay community. The question said, should studs in a lesbian couple relationship allow their children or child to call the stud dad or daddy? I'm going to tell you right now, I got a lot of heat from Facebook about this question. My opinion is, whatever you feel comfortable with your child calling you is what your child calls you. I don't think that nobody should judge you and say, well, no, your child shouldn't call you dad because it's two moms. I don't feel like that's right at all. I feel like a child gonna say dad from the beginning anyway. It's already programmed from birth. That's the first thing a child say. Every child says is dad, 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 dad. And Lady feels like she's not comfortable with the whole mother, mom, mommy thing. So right now we just be like, I'm Alani's mom, and she's Alani's parent, because we're not sure. She's not comfortable being called mom. So I'm not sure what we're gonna do, but she said that if Alani calls her dad or dad, she's not gonna correct her. But as Alani get older, when kids start realizing I'm a boy, I'm a girl, you a boy, you a girl, we will sit down and have a conversation with Alani and explain to her what's going on in the best way we can and let her decide. If she want to decide to call her mom, she can call her mom. If she want to continue to call her dad or daddy or whatever she calls her at the time, that's what we decide to choose to let her call. Now, as far as other people criticizing us about, oh, but it's two moms in the relationship, ain't no dads, that's your opinion, that's your business. Keep it to yourself. Simple as that. Don't tell me my family is wrong because we decide to call the stud dad or daddy. I don't feel like that. And I'm not mad that, you feel like, oh, I'm mom though. I'm on me. I don't criticize nothing. And we don't want to do the whole nickname thing. Oh, let the baby call another nickname. No. A nickname is for like an auntie or cousin or grandma, not a parent. And lady's not going to have her child calling her a nickname. And now a couple of people was like, oh, but the child going to be confused. Your child going to be confused anyway. Until you sit down and explain to your child that each family is different. Some family has a mom and a dad. Some family just have a mom. Some family just have a dad. Some family has two dads. Some family has two moms. A child's going to be confused anyway because guess what? He has two moms. And his friend Jake over there has a mom and a dad. But his one mom looked like Jake's dad. Because I got the baggy jeans on and a shirt and a hat just like Jake's dad. So they're going to be confused anyway. So I don't feel like us allowing our child to call lady dad or daddy is confusing them even more than what they're already going to be until we sit down and explain what's really going on. So that's all I wanted to say. Basically, this is the end of my video. I hope y'all enjoy. And please, like I said in the beginning, if you have anything rude or anything like that to say, please keep it to yourself. I will delete and block anybody that have anything rude or negative to say on my channel. So, see y'all with the next video. Bye-bye.